You've been listening to me say this since this case began. Where is the pressure from law enforcement? There are things that can be done. And where is the Division of Youth and Protective Services, or whatever they call it out there? They should be in court right now, making a motion to remove power of parenting with this parent, appointing a guardian on behalf of the child, exerting the civil pressures that they can exert. They can grab the mother and bring her in those proceedings. They can force the mother to say things. Of course, the lawyer can tell her to reserve her right to remain silent under the Fifth Amendment. But then also, where is the police investigation that, as Joe rightly says, if I were still the prosecutor, I'd be bringing her in on child endangerment, truancy violations, because she's not going to school. You need to shake this tree. Every second this clock is ticking without them taking aggressive law enforcement and court action is a disaster in my mind. So I'm glad to see that people are finally waking up, because we all know when missing persons, because she's now considered at-risk missing persons, that you need to, if you happen to unfortunately trample or tiptoe over some constitutional lines. I'm not saying we should encourage that. I'm not saying we want that, but if that should happen, that's nothing compared to the fact that she could be in harm's way right now. We've got to start taking care of business more aggressively. Vinny, two Jersey lawyers must be on the same exact wavelength. That's exactly where I was headed. This license plate switcheroo here avoid, and the wigs are clearly eliminate anything that we were talking about a week or two ago about the possibility that this could be a parent. She gets to do what she wants with her kid. This is nefarious and deceptive action. And I would add, to in addition to child services being involved and Joe's point about endangerment of the welfare, to my point about truancy, we now have interstate transportation of a rented vehicle across state lines with a false tag, because I understand the New York tag doesn't come back to anybody, certainly doesn't come back to her, anybody she knows. So there's these are all ways so that people understand. When you're in law enforcement, people would want us to do all these magical things. We don't have a magic wand. We can't make her talk for sure, but we can exert pressure. And these are all reasons to bring her in. And in Dr. Sue's world, maybe at a certain point in time, if they feel that she's mentally unfit or unwell, then she could be evaluated as well. Let me give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she needs to be on meds and needs to be brought back into some state of whatever you want to call it, in order to give the information necessary to find this child. The bottom line is you got to get your hooks into her, either in court, a hospital room, or a police station.